welcome to Breakfast with Zeesy. Today I'm at Oddfellows and my guest is Fraser-Gudrunas. Oh, hi Iris.
Hey Zeesy, how's it going?
Not bad, how are you?
Pretty good.
This is pretty exciting. This is the first Breakfast with Zeesy where I'm getting served by the person I'm having breakfast with. How does service culture feel to you? Like, what do you feel about service culture as a waitress?
I feel like this is actually a pretty good place to like be in the service culture, but otherwise, you know, it's you know, I don't know if it's anybody's like real calling.
Obvious.
But yeah, most people here are pretty awesome, so who come in, so it's pretty easy.
So it's not just the staff; it's also like the clients.
Yeah, no, the clients, like the people that come in, the customers are all super nice and like pretty easy to deal with.
That seems like necessary.
Yeah,
absolutely essential.
Yeah, and enthusiastic. They're always like, "Wow, it's so good."
Oh, really? Then?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Can I get you something to drink to start?
I think I'm good with the water. No, I'm for brunch. I want a coffee.
Okay, good.
Okay, great.
You do anything espresso based? So an Americano or?
Oh my god, yeah, I'll have an Americano. That sounds fabulous.
Cool.
Okay, thanks Iris. Hi, welcome back. I'm here again with Iris. This time she's able to sit down, which is really nice. This is a funny thing about service culture. When you're not actually friends with the people, sometimes, especially if, like me, you've never been a waitress, it's really easy. Oh, here comes the sweetheart. It's really easy to forget that they're probably a really cool person who isn't just, like thrilled to be serving. Like,
yeah, totally.
But have you, is this your first waitressing gig, or have you waitressed before?
No. I waitressed before. I also, I've had some various small waitressing jobs, kind of like smaller places, which is nice because this place is also there's like one long table inside. It's like 28 people, so you can just like walk up and down.
That's a nice format.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really interesting because you see like everybody is like forced to talk to their neighbors, so it's like this really like community, like you're like sitting next to somebody you've never met before. You're like, hey, how's it going?
Having brunch.
Yeah,
kind of like Breakfast with Zeesy, but with no cameras.
Yeah, or like 20 people.
Or some weird self-serving title.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nice. Like I like this place a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. That's something that's really good when you go out for a meal that's not just like a business thing, but you also kind of get like a social experiment in there also. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We were talking before a bit about like sort of like small scale urban farming and how that ends up becoming an experiment. Also in a lot of ways things have done. Like I feel like you're a classic example of a bohemian. I spent the past year living with people who definitely were not coming from any kind of bohemian perspective, which is funny because I guess I'm just so used to it now among, I guess the arts community in Toronto is very bohemian based. Yeah. But I guess, what's a good question to ask you about that? Because I feel like there's so many ways that could go, but like, I guess like bohemia gets a bad rap. Maybe for like lazy people or bums, but
or like the stereotypes are so cheesy. It's kind of gross. You're like, oh, these people in Bohemian, like and they've got like Persian rugs and they're like burning incense, and I'm like, I'm not having either of those things.
Yeah, totally. Like it seems actually much more like a practicality-oriented lifestyle than like pleasure and practicality.
Yeah. Like I work to like a means of like getting along the way I want to get along. Like if I wanted to live a different way, like that cost more money, I would have to like have a different kind of job or like a full-time job, and that's not something that I particularly want to do. Yeah. Because I'm happy. Yeah, like it's a practicality thing. It's like I've made this much money, I can pay my rent, I can pay my phone bill, I can go on small trips, I can get some fun things.
Sounds awesome. I mean, like, who doesn't want that? Yeah. Like, basically, yuppies want to be able to pay their rent, eat their food, buy some stuff sometimes, and go on vacations. Yeah. It's just they have, I guess, more like legitimate or status-oriented jobs. Yeah. But they might not necessarily even love them. Some people are lucky and they do, but
or it's like a kind of thing where it's like the lifestyle that they want costs more.
Yeah. have friends who just got a good job, and one of the first things she said about it was, it's amazing how fast your lifestyle rushes to catch up with your income.
Whoa. Yeah.
Which I thought was really interesting, because in that case, it works both ways. Maybe at a lower income, you can make it so you actually go to live a satisfying, pleasurable lifestyle.
Yeah.
You need more.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I remember having that happen because, like, this one summer I was like, I can't spend any money. I'm saving up to go away for a month, and I don't want to work while I'm away. I'm just gonna like spend a month like working on my projects in the prairies, like in Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I can't spend a single dollar on anything until I'm like leaving because I'm gonna need a lot of money. And it was amazing. Like at one point, I just realized, like, oh my god, I actually don't need to purchase anything. Like I don't know, my urge to purchase anything was just like. And then when I came back, I was like, I still don't need to buy anything.
It's true, you really don't. Like sometimes you buy things because you want to buy it because there's like a value in that ownership, but it's no longer just the like addictive pleasure of shopping.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks a lot. That was pretty deep stuff from my brunch waitress today. Who knew, guys? Who knows who's serving you brunch? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get the eggs any style with the merguez sausage.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Okay, thanks. So as usual on Breakfast with Zeesy, we just had a little like non-recording session. So we were just jamming a bit about tipping.
Yeah.
And taking tips personally. So you had kind of an interesting perspective on this because most of the waitresses I know are totally like all up on like they really take it personally. But when you get tips,
I just don't. I don't even look at them. I just put the money in the till because we do the tips at the end, where you cash out and you figure out the totals and you subtract what's left over the till, and that's what is your tips.
Yeah.
And so I don't even bother looking at them because brunch. Like I think some people don't think like you should tip much at brunch, and some people are like, oh, I'm gonna give them 20%, or like, some people just don't have much money and they tip 10% because they have to.
True.
And so I just don't look at it because I don't want to I don't want to be upset about something where I'm just getting the money in the end anyway.
So much better for your mental health.
Yeah, and it's really it's kind of good. So I remember the first time looking at stuff and being like, what the heck is going on? And then for some bills, and then Jenny's like, well, it's like whatever, you get what you get.
Yeah, that's a really healthy attitude. Definitely. Because I'm sure one person tipping you 10% because they're poor, it's really easy to just be like, oh, this asshole doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then it ruins your whole day.
Yeah. And it's also I don't know what the standards are for brunch, but a lot of people I think are like, oh, whatever, it's not dinner service, I'm not gonna tip them 20%. So sometimes you have a big table, you get lots of drinks, and you're like, oh, and then they give you 10%. I'm like, well, that's fine. It's still
Which is crazy though, because you have to wake up early to be here.
No, not too early.
That's pretty good. Yeah. One really cool thing about this place, brunch doesn't start before 11. Because who wakes up for brunch before 11?
Yeah.
I also have to say an amazing thing about this. I'm eating lamb sausage. So it's a non-pork based breakfast meat, which is very difficult to find.
Yeah, it's beef and lamb, and it's got spice in it.
Holy shit.
Merguez.
Yeah.
Moroccan.
Yeah. This is fucking excellent.
You were in Morocco, weren't you?
No, I wish.
Okay. You were close to there.
Yeah, Middle East. Do you want to go to Morocco?
Maybe. I kind of want to go to Turkey. And I'd like to, originally I thought I'd like to go across the north of Africa, but I realized that'd be way too dangerous.
Yes.
So I'd probably go across the north of the Mediterranean. So you can get you can get a flight to Morocco, I think, pretty cheap. And then go across the north of Mediterranean to Turkey.
This was a crazy thing I realized traveling in the Middle East, was that there are actually places that we should not go.
Yeah.
As North Americans.
Yeah.
There's just places, unless we have a real reason, we have no right to be a tourist.
Yeah, no, I think tourism is kind of really a weird thing. I just spent 2 months in South America, and I felt yeah.
Hey, sorry.
I just have to work.
wondering what the omelet was, because the kitchen's all around.
Oh, I didn't ask them.
Oh yeah, they're upstairs. Oh, that's cool. I guess it's asparagus or cheese.
Yeah, asparagus and cheddar cheese, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you have somebody on the job, We could be talking about this heavy stuff like the nature of tourism in the 21st century, and what's the omelet of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Nice one, but
Right on.
yeah, so like I felt kind of like weird, and it was like really hard to go places that weren't tourists, but it's also like I was so obviously not from the area, and like it was probably better for me to do it that way unless I knew people, because I was traveling by myself. But also it's kind of weird because like when I was in Bolivia, they just have like a new government, like it's newly socialist in the last 5 years, and they're sort of like, they don't really do any exports or imports right now because they're trying to, because the government seized all of the industry and co-opted to all the people, and so they're trying to establish themselves like self-sufficiently before they like open themselves up. Yeah. But the only like the main import-export industry is tourism. But also like in this place, it's like the poorest place in South America. It's kind of fucked. And I was like, you know, like I found it really like stressful all the time because I'm like, people are always like charging me 3 times as much. I'm like, oh come on, it costs this much, and they're like, oh yeah, gringa. Okay, you pay us because you have like way more money than us. And I'm like,
and it's true.
Yeah. I'm like theoretically I do. I'm like, I've already like, you know, gone broke being here. I actually don't have the money, but it's like I can't afford that extra like $2 or whatever.
It's true, and it's that $2 does mean something to us, but it means something way more important to them.
Yeah.
Our friend Amy, we had been traveling in Eastern Europe. And she put it really nicely. She was like, we are wallets with legs.
Yeah.
And it's true. That's kind of our entire purpose for traveling in like the developing world. Well, majority world.
Yeah. Well, that's like the tourist industry is an industry. It's no different like any sort of store of capitalism like in North America. And like we're an entirely capitalist culture. So when we're going somewhere else, that's what we're bringing with us.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
But it's also, something I have found is like, there is that level of it. But on the other level, most people are genuinely interested in this weird cultural exchange. We're like, whoa, you're from somewhere else.
Yeah.
What's your life like? Because this is what mine was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, so maybe that's why you want to like, you know, tip me a little more.
Yeah.
But that's also cool because you probably do.
Yeah.
Probably do.
And yeah, there's like good parts of that and great parts of that because like I was staying in a lot of hostels and I gotta say I'm not gonna do that again.
No, hostels are not cool.
Yeah, and like you get all these people who are like, I'm a world traveler, I have dreadlocks, but like really fucking racist. And it was just like shocking some of the like the racist shit people would say.
No.
Yeah, it's really snotty stuff. I'm just like, are you serious?
Yeah. Comes from a place of not thinking about no empathy.
Yeah.
No. Well, Iris, this is incredible. I'm gonna keep trying this on my face. You obviously have to go take care of things, but I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Okay. So Iris, I'm totally like up to here. I can't even finish the toast.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you so much for being a really cool waitress.
No problem.
And yeah, if any of you are interested in checking out some of Iris's films, she's also a very interesting young filmmaker. You can check out her YouTube channel at Airbrush Films. I'll put up a link on the sidebar. And yeah, thanks again. This was great.
It was nice seeing you.
Nice to see you too.
Have an easy shift. I think it's